Let's try this again. I forgot to push record on the microphone. I'm an idiot. This is going to be my second attempt at my second trailer reaction. I really like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They've done a great job of crafting an entire connected universe of all these great characters that I honestly didn't really care about before they started making movies about them. Thor, didn't give a damn about Thor in the comics because he looks stupid. I mean, he looks dumb. And then they made movies about him, and he's basically one of my favorite characters in the entire Marvel universe. I don't think his movies are great. There are things I like about the first one, things I like about the second one, things I hate about both of them. So, but he's definitely one of the best characters, I think, in the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. In terms of diversity, I guess there's not a lot to talk about here. Like, Thor's white, male. The Hulk is white and male and green. But, you know, the introduction of Cate Blanchett as the villain. Thor 1 and 2 both had male villains. I guess multiple if you count Loki and then King of the Ice Giants in the first one. And then even that giant, like, walking toaster thing. And then Thor 2, I don't even remember that guy's name, the elf or whatever. It's terrible. One of the worst villains in a superhero movie, I think, ever. And so this, you know, they have a female villain in this, and then the introduction of Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie, which I'm really excited about. Don't know a lot about the character in the Marvel Universe. I do know that she's a little bit different than she is in the old Asgardian and Viking lore. But, you know, Tessa Thompson is a woman of color, a beautiful woman of color. She's fine as hell, just gorgeous, super talented actress. I've seen her in a couple of different projects now and loved her in everything she's been in. She's also been in really good projects, so I think that's a huge part of her success. She picks great stories. First saw her in Dear White People, which is a great movie. I encourage everybody to give it a chance. That's actually something that I probably will talk about in the future, and I'd love to get a panel discussion on that. She popped up in Westworld, one of the best shows that I've watched in the last couple of years, right up my alley. Her character wasn't the star of that show, obviously. She kind of came in mid-season, more of a facilitator. Wasn't necessarily driving the plot along, but really good in it. Played a little bit against type as kind of I guess she's an antagonist in that. And then I've seen her in Creed, which is also a great movie. A great example of a movie starring black leads, directed by people of color, that was universally praised and loved. And, you know, it didn't kill anybody. So let's hope to see more of that good storytelling in movies with strong stories, budgets, marketing pushes that feature people of color, and there's people of color involved in the directing and the production process. Was a little disappointed to see Sylvester Stallone being the only person that got a lot of acting credit for that, but, you know, baby steps. Excited to see Tessa Thompson's introduction into this universe. I know a lot of people are wondering how they're going to have her and Thor's relationship work out. I don't know a lot about her in the comics. I know Thor is no longer going to be with Jane Foster in this because Natalie Portman's not in this movie. And I don't know if Jane Foster's returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm fine if she doesn't. I think she was the worst thing about Thor 2. I really like Natalie Portman, but she can only do so much with the character, and Jane Foster's just not necessary to the story. She's not Lois Lane, she's not Gwen Stacy, she's not Mary Jane Parker. She's just not at that status to where you feel like she has to be a part of the character that they're adapting. Also, Sif, there's definitely some romantic tension there, at least from Sif's point of view, because she definitely has feelings for Thor. So I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to have Valkyrie and Thor kind of hook up. I think it'd be great if they didn't. I don't think they need to. Valkyrie's a trained and experienced warrior. Just because she's hot and attractive and she and Thor do the same thing and come from the same place, they don't necessarily need to get together. I don't think it's necessary, especially this kind of supposed to be a buddy cop kind of movie from what I'm hearing about it. I haven't heard anything directly about this trailer, but the production process, that's what I heard they were going for. And I know there was some speculation when Tessa Thompson got cast that she would be playing a different character, and I think I'm pronouncing this right, Kiara, from the Planet Hulk storyline, where basically she becomes Hulk's wife, and I think they actually may have like a son together or something like that. As far as I know, she's playing Valkyrie, but it would be interesting if they went in a different direction, because Marvel has done a really good job adapting the source material that they're basing their movies off of. And that's a super underrated process of what they do. There's a difference between copying the source material directly and then disrespecting the source material. Adapting kind of fits right in the middle, where you're taking inspiration and you're honoring it and you're making it familiar and recognizable to the people that already loved it, but you're also having it fit within the story that you're telling and the medium that you're telling. And I know people get excited when there's changes, but I think they've done a really good job with it so far. I trust them completely in this. Especially, it's easier for me because I don't have a lot of experience and knowledge about those characters from the comic books, so I'm a little bit more open to change, and I'm ready to see kind of what they do with it. So I just want to see the trailer. I heard it's really good. Let's check it out.
Now I know what you're thinking. How did this happen? Well, it's a long story.
Cinema Sins. I hear the guy saying narration in my head. Ooh, shit.
Asgard is dead.
Hi there.
Oh, is she working on this planet?
What have you brought today? Tell me.
A contender.
Is that the guy that played Bishop in the X-Men movie? Oh.
It's main event time. I give you your incredible.
Oh, shh. Oh, God. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. That's fantastic. That was a completely different trailer than I was expecting it to be. It really, like, just the visual style of it doesn't match up with any of the old Thor, and I think that's fantastic. Like, it's kind of psychedelic 80s or something going on here, but the narration bit was a little bit cheesy at the beginning. I actually think Cate Blanchett's costume looks a little, I don't know how to describe it. I don't want to say cheap, but just not like regal. I know she's playing Hela, so I expect it to be more formal or something. I don't know how to describe it. It looked a little bit athletic, which isn't necessarily bad, just different. I know some of the screenshots I've seen of these costumes, I thought they looked a little plasticky, but in motion, obviously, like who's looking at that? You can't tell. Interesting to see that Valkyrie looks like she's working for whatever Jeff Goldblum's character is. I've really been staying away from this movie just because I want to enjoy it. I don't want to get bogged down with like everything that they're doing with it. But she definitely looks like she's the one that captures them and brings them in. I actually have been wanting to see something like this for a while. Planet Hulk was really cool, but I'm not the biggest Hulk fan. But they really made I think it's definitely one of Marvel's best animated movies. I encourage everyone to check that out if you have a chance. There was a fantastic Justice League episode where Superman gets sent to basically a similar type of situation, and that story was one of the best episodes. I expect Marvel to knock this out of the park, and seeing Thor's face light up and he's just like, yes! I wonder how much control Bruce Banner is going to have in this. Is he attacking him willingly, or does he just still hate Thor from some of their prior clashes? Tessa Thompson was obviously, I think, the only person of color I saw in that, but that's fine. I mean, it's a story about Thor. He's an Asgardian, so based off of Norse legend. So that was a heck of an introduction, though, for Hela. I mean, when she just grabs the hammer and then shatters it like that, beautiful. I really love Asgard. I want more time spent there one of my favorite parts of the cinematic universe that Marvel has done has been Asgard. I love the way it looks. I like the costumes, and they just haven't spent enough time there. I want a whole movie set there. Obviously, this one isn't going to be it, but I hope we get a nice long segment of what's going on in Asgard. I'm excited. After that little scene where Thor gets the visions of Ragnarok in the Age of Ultron movie, didn't do anything for me. I kind of just didn't care, and seeing some of the set design and stuff for this was kind of just apathetic to it. That trailer's got me interested, and that's what you want your trailer to do. I watched the Star Wars trailer twice in a row to see if I picked out something else. I did actually catch something that I didn't catch the first time I watched it. I'm going to do the same thing for this one. I want to watch it again. I'll probably watch it a couple more times, but let's check it out and see what it's like.
Now I know what you're thinking. How did this happen? Well, it's a long story.
Hela and Rita Repulsa must shop at the same store.
Asgard is dead.
Hi there.
I wonder who that was falling there. That didn't look like Thor.
What have you brought today? Tell me.
A contender.
Maybe she's undercover. I don't know who that black guy's supposed to
Main
be,
event time.
but he looks just like the guy that played Bishop in the last Days of Future Past.
I give you your incredible.
We know each other. He's a friend from work.
I just noticed Loki sitting on the other side of that couch. I just can't wait to see what's going on with this story, because there's a lot of characters that are in this that, yeah, I love the fact that Loki's still in these movies. I saw a couple people online saying that they didn't want Marvel to overuse him, but he's one of the best characters they have. Tom Hiddleston kills it every time. So yeah, I definitely want to see how he's involved in this and what side he's playing. Trying to remember what he was doing the last time. Was he not pretending to be Odin in the last one? I don't remember. I haven't watched Thor 2 since I saw it the first time, and even then I wasn't really paying attention because it sucked. So yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait to see what they're doing with this. Looks like it's going to be fun either way. Happy for Tessa Thompson. Hope to see a lot more of her character. That was my phone. Sorry about that. I need to go to class, so I gotta go. But I definitely will do a couple more of these. All right, that was my trailer reaction for Thor Ragnarok. Definitely can't wait to see more of this movie. It's gonna be a hell of a year for movies, especially superhero films. I feel like I'm gonna be in the theater every other weekend at least, checking out a new movie. And some of these I'm probably gonna see more than once. That definitely shot to the top of my list, which I did not expect going into this trailer. Heard it was a good trailer, but that was an understatement. That was fantastic. It's so funny. If the entire tone of the movie is the way it was in this trailer, it's going to go to the top of the Marvel list, I think, which is saying something, because all their movies are pretty strong. Even their bad ones are watchable. So, I'm excited. If you guys have any suggestions or anything about the movie that you've heard or read or that you noticed in the trailer that you want to bring to my attention, I'll definitely put the contact information down in the description, because I'd love to hear from you. It's fun going into a movie and not knowing a lot about it. It's a new experience for me. I kind of get obsessed with these things. I enjoy it, so I think I'm going to stay kind of pulled back from this one unless there's something specific that you guys want to see me talk about. So if you got a suggestion, feel free to hit me up. If not, then I'll see you in the next video.